Today, we celebrate each and every one of the graduating occupational therapists from the class of 2014. I consider myself forever privileged to have been able to call you my classmates and to now share this moment with you, the moment we have worked towards and dreamt of during these last 2 years. Today we mark our formal transition into the field of occupational therapy, officially starting 83 bright and promising careers. We all know that we did not get here on our own. Everyone in this room played a role in making today's success a reality, and we are honored to share this day with our friends, families, and colleagues. And for those who were unable to join us today, but who are a part of our 2-year journey, we hope you know that we miss you and wish you were here and know you are still here with us in spirit. We are celebrating for many reasons. One of them is the moment in our lives when we thought, hey, you know what? I think I want to be an OT, which led us to the stage this evening. We are celebrating every assignment we handed in, all the presentations we gave, and the lessons we learned. We are also celebrating the community our class built along the way. I recall break times, running to Timmy's across the street. How I wish they had put a sign on that road that read OT Crossing. Do you remember the wonderful cooking smells that wafted from the microwaves in the student lounge that enhanced our appetites as well as our conversations? We, the OT graduating class, can never thank our families enough for instilling in us the values and passions that make the OT profession such a sought-after goal. Nor can we adequately thank our professors and clinical educators for sharing their expertise with us and showing us new ways to understand the world and our role within it. We can only dream of sufficiently thanking the 9th floor office team who created such a caring aura in that space which has no equivalent on earth. Thank you all for your support and guidance and for accommodating every request we could possibly think to ask. We wish strongly to thank the school donors who have helped us by building such a positive learning space and who provided a second home for us during the times we were busy preparing for exams and presentations. Finally, we, the OT graduating class, must remember to thank and congratulate each other. Over the past 2 years, we made the most of the opportunities we created for each other. Whether we were dressed as regulated healthcare professionals like we were for our first assessment interview test, or dressed to dance the Harlem Shake, we really did look good. Our class was strongly represented in conferences across Canada and in the United States, as well as in the stairway of the CN Tower and in the rivers of Toronto Island during the dragon boating festivals. On Thelma Cardwell Day, we were experts in so many areas as we presented our research projects a whole year in the making. We had so much to say and offer. We worked long hours in study rooms together, forming, storming, norming, and performing with our study groups. And just when we needed a break, a Facebook notification would appear with a beautifully designed poster advertising a class social event. At last, some leisure occupations. Thank you, OT Facebook group, for providing us a space to pool our resources and share motivational video clips both during and now after the program. Over the last 2 years, we did not waste any opportunity to better ourselves while we prepared to better support others. I believe our class has become a strong, unwavering community based on our shared experiences and growth. Speaking of shared experiences and growth, Remember the first time we wrote a reflection paper? It felt so strange to me to write about my feelings. I don't know if it was because I'm a guy, but I admit I was overly cautious with the whole concept at first. Then, it felt like we were writing reflection papers every other day, and so I was forced to throw caution to the wind and give it my all. And I'm thankful for that. I now think of reflecting as calibrating our internal compass, aligning what we do with what we value. I believe reflecting can help us decide what path to take should we ever find ourselves at a crossroad. Our graduation day is a monumental destination, one that places us all at our own crossroad, with many different decisions to make. These last few weeks, I've been dreaming of how I could make this talk helpful to you. And the only way I think I might have a chance of doing this is asking us, as a class, to one more time reflect. Before we leave the room today, I suggest that we consider the reflection topic: how can we optimize our confidence in the decisions we must make? Some of the important decisions we may face include: should I move away from my current home for work? Do I apply my skills in a non-traditional OT role? What continuing education courses should I enroll in? How should I explain and advocate for OT? As a side note, I wish we had filmed our OT elevator speeches in the first semester to see what's changed. We made enough short films in our program to make a full-length movie, I think. To help with our group reflection, think about what you wrote in your OT admissions essay back in the day when PEO and CMOP-E were just letters in the alphabet. Why do you want to be an OT? What did you say? Did you talk about a family member or friend who was occupationally deprived? Did you write about what we now know as enabling occupational performance and engagement? What OT frames of reference did you happen to use? Did you talk about how much you enjoyed promoting occupation, how it energized you? That sounds like flow to me. If you could, how would you rewrite your admissions essay today? I believe that answering these types of questions, that is, reminding ourselves of why and how we got here today, will help us more confidently make the decisions we face outside this room. Although I cannot speak on behalf of everyone, I want to say that being an OT feels to me more than just a profession. It feels like a way of life. Being fortunate enough to get to know each of you, I have a strong sense that we all share the same perspective. You don't just enable occupation during class or working hours. Instead, you feel driven to enable others in all your daily interactions, personally and professionally, regardless of time or place. So again, what will help us more confidently make the decisions we face outside this room? We need to remember who we are, what we stand for, and why we care about occupation. We have always believed health is about performing everyday occupations, and we will always be motivated to contribute to a just and inclusive society where all can participate to their potential. And now we have the degree to prove it. Before we run out of time, let us quickly review together how our personal OT toolboxes can help us make decisions when we leave here today. To the family members who do not know what these are, our professors made sure they appeared time and time again in our classes. It is where we store all the therapeutic techniques and strategies we accumulate over time. It is highly versatile, infinitely bottomless, and ultimately more useful than Batman's utility belt. So please, open them up and look inside. What do you see? You will find your ability to jump into the unknown. This must have come from seeing our friends go on international placements to countries like Kenya, Tanzania, Trinidad, Sweden, and more. The stories, the new perspectives, and wow, the amazing souvenirs you kindly brought back have inspired me to follow your lead someday. Maybe as soon as this winter, if those super freezing temperatures come back. Looking a little further, you will find belief in yourself. I personally got this from playing in the OT rehab and interprofessional Olympic teams, where despite my 2 right feet and 2 left hands, my teammates encouraged me to take pride in myself. You are forever winners to me. Look a little deeper still, and you will see what is sure to come in handy for all of us, and that is trust. I learned about trust during the orthotics labs, where we practice hand splinting skills with partners. Oh, my brave and courageous partner, you know who you are. Thank you for teaching me about what trust really looks like, as I put hot, melting thermoplastic sheets on your arm at least 4 times before I got it right, or right enough. Now, see that bright, glowing light inside? That is your compassion. You, my highly esteemed classmates, gave me compassion when you let my brother with autism, who had always wanted to go dragon boating, but never had the chance to, join your rowing team without any practices, and you made him feel so welcome. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for giving him that day. We do not have time to go into all the tools we developed in our classes, but they are just as important. I would be living in a much smaller world if it was not for our wonderful class. So to help with your decision making, please take time to consider how your classmates have added to your own lives, and how your classmates have opened up new worlds of opportunity with you and for you. I would like to end our talk by sharing the advice given to a fellow traveler who faced many difficult decisions in his own journey. In a moment where he felt discouraged and wished he never faced the decision of whether or not to confront a seemingly insurmountable obstacle in his lifetime, the wise and all-knowing magical wizard Gandalf, who we may know and cherish from the Lord of the Rings, spoke to the worried traveler with the words, "So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to do is decide what to do with the time that is given to us." So to you, the Occupational Therapy graduating class of 2014, decide to embrace the uncertainty and hold on tight to the excitement. Trust what your occupational lens shows you, and finally, listen to what your heart tells you. Doing so will ensure you never lose your way. Thank you, and congratulations to you all.